Hello everyone, my name is Karen. As you probably know, last December at age 38, I was diagnosed autistic, and just this summer I discovered, who knew, but I'm also ADHD, probably why I'm doing this video with wet hair, and I just need to do this while I'm excited about making this. Anyway, so I have basically completely transformed my apartment to try and help with my sensory needs and just trying to make things easier for me so that when I go into this school year, I can just be more chill and have more energy to do the things I love to do. I wanted to kind of spend the day getting my apartment ready for school and getting my life in order in regards to school, like with paperwork and stuff like that. And I thought that as I got a room ready, I would kind of show you around and kind of tell you things that I did in this room that made it more accessible and just work better for my AuDHD brain. Okay, so the first room I thought I would start in is the kitchen. And one of the things that really bothers me is visual clutter, which you will probably see a lot of in my apartment, but I'm trying really hard to reduce it. So the only things that are out on my counter are the things that I actually use on the regular. So the whole like coffee process and the supplements right next to it that I take immediately with coffee. Kitchen utensils are right by the stove where I need them. The toaster I use quite often, otherwise it would be tucked away in a counter. I have my vitamins and supplements, but they got them in cute containers so that they'll be out and I'll remember them, but they aren't ugly. So this is evening and morning, and you can just, well, I can't really do it with one hand, but you just rotate to whatever day it is. Oh, and sorry, it's already morning. I've already taken my morning one, so I just put the evening on top. Fruit is going to spoil faster if it's on the counter, but I'm also more likely to eat it when it's out in my line of sight. Cookbook and just random odds and ends. Speaker. So this speaker, I have some sort of way to get sound in every single room. And this one automatically starts playing music the second that my phone enters my home Wi-Fi, just so that I have a really calming environment when I come home. Okay, also, just as far as odds and ends, I tend to get piles quite often, and it drives me mad because of the visual clutter. So I just got this bin and I can just put whatever in there and then sort through it later and make a to-do list for actually getting to some of that stuff. I also try and have scent in each room. So this is a diffuser, and I think it's kind of set on like a candle mode, so it adds cool lighting as well. Aww. It's me from the future. I forgot to show you something in my kitchen, so let me do that right now. Okay, so these are probably for children. I apologize, the washing machine is going on. These are probably for children, but they help me out absolute loads. So this is my morning routine, and when I do something, then I just like move it over and say that I've done it, which it's just really like gratifying to be able to switch it like that. This is my morning routine all the way up to the gym, and then this is what I do after the gym. Then I go to work, and then this is what I do at work. So this is morning, and then this is evening. So this is kind of like what I do up until dinner, and then what I do after dinner to wind down for bed. One of the things I'm also gonna try this year, but I haven't really started yet, is this idea of transition time. So just having something to do in between work and home. And so these are just some ideas that I thought of, and they're kind of based on energy level. So if I'm higher energy, these are all things that are more accessible to me: reading, cooking, practicing yoga. And then some of these can be any level of energy. But if I'm super, super low energy or really agitated, then it's like put a blanket over my head and listen to music, meditate, or just zone out with like a video game, TV show, podcast, whatever. Now we're in the dining room. Nothing really special about this, just that obviously like my special interests are in here. So everything that I love is out, board games I love, and then in the next room you'll see all my books, which are my main passion. All right, so this is kind of like my autistic nook area. It is all my like books that I have read and loved. I don't keep anything on the shelf that I have not loved. And then this wall is all like book related pictures or photographs. Some flowers that are dying, so sad. But another thing is basically my couch is just kind of my like regulation area, my chill area where I go to unwind, and everything I need is here. So my laptop, my Switch controller, the remote for the TV. And then I also added a bin in this room because this room gets a lot of clutter just with all my interests and things. So this was originally meant to just hold clutter, but now it's kind of turned into like an activity or special interest, passion project sort of thing. So my cord for my laptop right where I need it, some books that I'm in the middle of reading, a coloring book that I'm working through, and then all my coloring supplies. There's markers in there and then crayons. I love to outline in markers and then color in the middle with crayons. Like a little fidget thing if I need it. My OT recommended these cards, which I need to use more often. Some playing cards, and then this newspaper that I keep meaning to read because I subscribe to it, but I haven't read it yet. So everything I need to just have like a chill evening is right in the area where I'm going to use it. A few other things I want to mention in this room. They're not on right now, but I have all this like cozy lighting in here. It doesn't look as cute when it's not turned on. And then also to try and like use kind of like timer systems for cleaning or for reading or whatever. I have these that I can just flip over. This one's 5 minutes. This one is 30, I believe. And yeah, it's just like a calming way to know what time it is and how much time has passed basically without like alarms and buzzers and all that. Oh, I also think that greenery is super calming. So I have no idea what's going on with this one right now, but I try and have a real or fake plant in every single room. And then out here, oh my gosh, this is like life-changing. This is my favorite place in the entire world to read in. It is like a hammock chair, but you can also kind of lean back in it and put your feet up. It is absolutely amazing. All right, so that is all I'm going to show you for right now, because I want to go to a coffee shop, chill, but also get loads of work done. So I'm a special education teacher. I want to go through all the students I'm going to have this year and get a system for like sorting their accommodations and knowing when their meetings are going to be held, and just like really just working through my list of students and getting to know them like deeply. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and do that now, and then later I will do like probably my bathroom, bedroom, and launch pad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, real quick, I actually want to show you one more thing before I go to the coffee shop, and this is honestly like a work in progress, so I think that I might need to show you a bit later. But I got a backpack this year that is not for me really to carry my ordinary everyday stuff, and is more like a sensory backpack to make sure that I am meeting my sensory needs during the day, and that if I need anything, it is here. My schedule is also really interesting this year, where I am done teaching for the day at 1:33. So that's when I'm actually going to eat lunch, and then I'm going to use my lunchtime as like a break to do something that brings me joy or to meet my sensory needs in some way. But I might have a snack, but I'm not going to actually use that as like an actual lunch break, especially since it's so early in the morning. So anyway, here are some of the things I'm bringing with me to school. Okay, so this is what the backpack looks like on the outside. And like I said, this is a work in progress. So actually there's nothing in this pocket at the very moment. But yeah, basically this is just filled with stuff that I might need. So these are my absolute favorite pens. If you know, you know. Yeah, I write better with these than anything else. Like my handwriting is better. I'm diabetic, so something if I go low, I tend to prefer juice as opposed to like having candy. And after these are gone, I want to get just like straight up apple juice or something. Okay, and then in here, a whole bunch of stuff. So I have my laptop, which I'm going to use right now going to the coffee shop to plan for school. My iPad, which is what I journal on. Maybe I can show that later because I'm super obsessed with the app I use to journal on. A folder, a notebook. I like to take physical notes, which is actually why I have the iPad as well, because I have a Apple Pencil that I take notes on. But I want to use this just for like learning and like whatever journal articles I read that day or whatever I am like deep into learning about, taking notes in here. And then this is like an actual paper calendar. It is plum paper, which is my absolute favorite because you can personalize it. And then I'll show you these pouches in a sec. Okay, so I have been really into listening to a podcast while coloring or something, but the change is that I've been into these really big, bold ones. They're just super calming compared to like the more adult coloring books that people used to have. And then in here, I have my coloring supplies, but I do think I need to add markers. I don't think it's 100% done. Headphones, I can link these. These are super cheap, but they cover your ear completely and are super cozy. They're not really noise canceling. They're just cozy on your head. And then these are a work in progress. I'm just trying to think and add stuff as they go. So this is if I need to be like kind of more energized. So hand sanitizer is in here just because I feel like I always need that. One of these like calming rocks, but the bumpy texture actually makes it more energizing for me. And then some cinnamon gum. I will add more to this, but right now that's all I have. Then I have one that is just for calming stuff, so I'll open that and show you what's in there. Okay, this one's also a work in progress, but hand sanitizer. Some lotion for my hands, and then also for my hands, one of these worry stones, but this one is smooth. This is my absolute favorite that I got it in multiple colors, but yeah. A ring pop, some lip gloss situation, just a cheapo that I already had on hand, and then some resistance bands. Anyway, I will definitely be adding to that backpack as the year goes on, as I figure out if it's working for me, if it's not working for me. And actually, speaking of AuDHD piles, there's a pile on the floor right over here of stuff that like might need to go in the bag, but really just needs to be sorted through. So as I said, that's like not the complete version of the bag, it's just what it is right now. All right, I'm here in my bathroom. I got loads of stuff done for school today. Ended up not going to the coffee shop because when I got there they had no vegetarian sandwiches and I was starving. But I did come home to work, and yeah, my bathroom is ready. So let me show you some things in my bathroom that really helped me out a lot. So this is what my bathroom looks like. And again, the clutter on the counter kind of annoys me, but it also is super helpful. So this is my entire stack of clothes for like tomorrow basically, and tonight really. So I have pajamas, I have workout clothes for tomorrow, and then I have clothes for work tomorrow, which are also workout clothes because we are going to have our first day of meetings actually at like a YMCA camp. Scent is in here, and I also have a cheap speaker over here for when I shower or whatever. And then over here, this is just my skincare routine. So I have everything in one place, and then nearby I also have like the main essential oil situation that I use for the diffuser. And I think one of the biggest changes that I made in the bathroom is actually in these drawers. So let me show you. So the drawers used to be massively full. I had one for like kind of contacts and teeth, one for hair stuff, and one for makeup stuff. But one of the major changes that I made was that I only use the things in the drawers. So let me show you. So this is like kind of like miscellaneous, but like teeth and things I do first. So everything I need to brush my teeth, my retainers, contacts, and like dental floss, and then some fragrance. And that's it. There's nothing in here that I'm not using on a regular basis. Okay, and then I think this drawer has the biggest change. Oh, I'm gonna need this for tomorrow, actually. UK sunscreen is the best. Anyway, I used to have absolute loads of makeup in here, and like literally I do my makeup the same way every single day. So like why have stuff I don't use? So foundation, eye stuff, let's see, eyeliner, eyebrow stuff, and then mascara. I also use this as eyeshadow every single day. It's like, why have extra stuff? This is what I use for a blush. And then these are like an AuDHD lifesaver. So I heard about these. They're called Wonder Skin. I heard about them from Ray's channel. And basically, like, I don't really do a ton of makeup. I just kind of do a light makeup situation and call it good for the day. Lips, sometimes I'll put something on in the morning, but then I never reapply it. Like the boomer moms and the boomers, they just reapply stuff the whole dang day, and I am not about that life. So Wonder Skin, it's like lip gloss, and it goes on blue. You wait a minute, and then it kind of comes off, like you like wipe it off, and then there's color underneath that kind of stays on your lips for most of the day, I would say. So I have 2 different shades of that, and I've been really liking it. So like I said, this is the only makeup I use, and then also deodorant. But like all my other makeup, if there's something that I want to do that's special, is like elsewhere. This is like every day. And then these are, oops, that shouldn't be in there, but these are just like my makeup headbands. Brie got me that one, which was so nice. Just like face cleaner, skincare sort of headbands. Okay, and then this is actually everything, all my hair stuff, but I just reorganized it. So this is like hair ties and clips, massive pile of headbands. I don't know a better way to store them, but I feel like that works. And then my brush, and that's it. So that was just a massive change. I don't even know what made me think of it, but like just like noticing that every day I had a bit of stress when I was trying to find the correct makeup that I wanted, like the correct product. Like I use the same things every day. Why do I need to have so many in one spot? Just eliminating that and putting the backups and the other ones elsewhere like has massively saved me in the morning, and I absolutely love this new way of living my life. And last but not least, my bedroom. It's a bit messy right now because I have a pile of clothes I need to clean up, but yeah, they're all clean. They just need to be put away, which, ugh, it's the worst. Anyway, so let me show you some things in my bedroom that just help with like sleep and yeah, just help me out in general. So as you can see, we still have loads of my passions in here. All of these books are fiction that I have not read yet. And then in the closet, which I'm actually going to close and not open, are nonfiction that I need to get to. It's not currently in its stand, but I have a robot vacuum which cleans throughout the week. And then once a week I vacuum with a stick one because they work better. But that's one way that basically I have someone else doing work for me, a robot vacuum. And then this is a white noise machine, which helps me sleep really well. I also have one of these lights that just has lights on the ceiling, and that's like really calming. I don't have that on when I sleep, but just in general, it's really calming. I don't use these often, but I have 2 sleep masks from Manta Sleep. The bottom one is just an ordinary one, and this one is Bluetooth. I have some lavender pillow mist from Boots. I also am currently not on meds, but I'm going to start them in a few weeks, and I will put one in that little dish, and that way I take it first thing when I wake up, so when my alarm goes off, so that it maybe will help me sleep at night. Like basically the reason I'm not on ADHD meds right now is because I was not able to sleep on them. So I have a new prescription, a different medication. I'm gonna try it in a couple of weeks. And yeah, I will be taking it at like 5 a.m. like first thing when I wake up to try and help with being able to sleep at the end of the night when I need to. Things you've seen in here that are also other places. I have my scent sort of situation, my essential oils, and the light is on candle motion during the day if I'm in here, but at night I might have the essential oil diffuser going but the light is off. These are my favorite sleep supplements, but I'm not a doctor, so don't pay attention to me. And a cheap speaker if I want to listen to music or something. This is my swing, which is really nice to just chill in here and read or watch TV. But it's also my place where if I have a really bad day, I'm gonna go to. And I've never used it for that, but I'm gonna try it. And then down here, I created this little bin that has all sorts of stuff in it for basically every body part, according to the interoception curriculum by Kelly Mailer. And yeah, just different tools that I could use if I was having a really, really bad day and needed to calm myself down. So I'll have to let you know if I end up using it, if it's helpful, but right now at least it's ready to go. So those are things that I have changed or added to my apartment recently since finding out I was actually AuDHD. If there's anything you want more information in or a more detailed look on, I can definitely do that. I think I might make like a morning routine, evening routine, after school routine sort of situation later. But yeah, basically I'm just starting off the school year with some things in place, more than what I had in place before, and we'll see if it helps me, or if it doesn't really work and I need to kind of alter the plan. Anyway, if you are ADHD or have AuDHD, or are AuDHD, let me know what works for you, if there's any tips or tricks that you think I might benefit from as well. I know everyone's completely different and the struggles are completely different for everyone, so you might struggle with stuff that I don't, or I might struggle with stuff that you don't. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun to be a little nosy and sneak a look at someone's apartment. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later.